Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel where Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This Tarotscope reading will cover August 1st to the 15th, 2025. It is a collective and general reading, so if something should not resonate, just check your other placements. All the links are down below in the description box. A little reminder, on August the 5th, I'll be uploading the 4th Summer Love bonus reading that will focus only on love. Now, let's start our reading by looking at first what the stars are doing up above, and then we'll take a look at the messages from the tarot. First, Capricorn, we're going to start on August the 6th because this month your endurance is going to be tested. How? Well, on the 6th of August, Mars will be entering the sign of Libra. And what happens? Well, your drive is going to sharpen up because it's going to give you that extra boost just to go after your goals. That is, what is it that you really want, Capricorn? Because it's going to happen. You're going to feel that push. When Mars enters Libra, our focus goes towards balance, fairness, and also relationship dynamics. This means talking about equality, joint efforts, and emotional reciprocity. In love, talk about what isn't working. And with Mercury still in retrograde, because we have to wait until the 11th, choose your words wisely and express everything with grace. And don't worry, Mercury retrograde will soon end. Okay, Capricorn. On the 9th, we have a full moon in Aquarius. Okay, and this is going to light up your values. So you're going to notice what is worth investing in, both emotionally and financially, of course. Now, the full moon in Aquarius, the energy is all about the future, okay? Now, we're going to have a specific reading on this, but I'll anticipate something here as well. Basically, what's going to happen is it's about our future and also our freedom from outdated stories. So if you need help detaching, well, here it is, because Uranus, which is Aquarius's ruler, forms this grand air trine with Mars and Pluto, and this is going to help you to let go of the past and move forward with clarity. How? Well, expect divine downloads, some intuitive sparks as well, and some breakthrough ideas. Okay, Capricorn? Now, on the 11th, as I was saying, what's going to happen? Well, finally, Mercury, which was in retrograde, is finally going to go direct. Okay? It has been giving us a little bit of problems. In any case, Capricorn, this is going to help you clear the confusion around boundaries, intimacies, or shared resources, okay? It's the end of confusion, technical problems, misunderstanding, because Mercury is still in Leo, so your voice is going to regain that power, and you can rebuild your confidence, speak boldly, and trust that clarity is returning, okay? I know it's causing everyone a little bit of problems, okay? However, keep in mind that Mercury will emerge from its post-retrograde shadow on August 25th. So we're out of the retrograde, but there's still the shadow part. So just take it easy, just one step at a time. Be patient, okay? On August the 11th as well, simultaneously to the Mercury going direct, the retrograde going direct, Saturn will form a sextile with Uranus, okay? So we're all likely to finally be doing what we really want to do and enjoying what we want to do. Because once this happens, we get a green light, right? So yeah, we're enjoying ourselves finally. Events that are occurring now will build character and life lessons will become more acceptable. This is the general feeling of it. It's a period of solid and meaningful growth, let's say. You can actually solidify connections and work on the structures, the primary structures of your life. The changes we can make now are going to have really long-lasting benefits. And all the original ideas that you have now are going to develop quite successfully. Okay, Capricorn? So whatever ideas you had in mind, they're going to go forward really nicely. Okay, Capricorn, let's take a look now at the messages that Spirit has for you on love. And wow, they're really coming out well. Whatever these messages are, either nudges or warnings, let's take a look at them. We had coming out together the Two of Pentacles and the Empress. Nice combination, okay? Because the Two of Pentacles is telling me all about balancing resources, which you will come to be doing, of course. While instead, the Empress in the reverse is talking about maybe a little bit of insecurity, something that's overbearing. Like, you're not really sure about it, but you're going to be doing some balancing, okay? If there is something that is troubling you, know that you'll be able to do it. Now, this is most likely the retrograde period, okay, that comes through. And so, as we were saying, on the 6th of August, just before it, you're going to be focusing on your balance, okay? When this is happening, you're still having the Mercury retrograde ongoing, because this is only going to go direct on the 11th, okay? So the thing is, you are pushing forward. It's going to go well, okay? You're balancing them off. You're having a little bit of these problems, but it's going well. Like we said, your endurance is going to be tested this month, okay? It's just going to be a bit of a challenge. Wow. Let's see what else. Only one. King of Swords. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna reason out of this when you have to do this balancing out with Mercury. You're gonna keep in mind the Mercury retrograde. Okay. And you have Mars, because Libra is a sign of balance, of course. Okay. And Mars is that strength that goes in and says, let me balance it off. Okay. And in fact, here we go. Here's the confirmation. King of Swords. Okay. This is definitely what's happening. Also, as we had said, remember that in love, even though this isn't the love reading, we still come out. This is the general one. So we get everything, even love. Talk about what isn't working. Okay. With fairness, with delicacy. You see how this soldier has his sword down, it's not raised, okay, with a lot of diplomacy and tact, because that's how you're going to get through it at the beginning, okay. After Mercury retrograde, we have the shadow period, so still keep in mind that we should be speaking nicely, okay. So these are the messages from, whoa, Spirit. We have a nice one coming out. Yeah. Okay. These cards are doing really well. I like them. Okay. The Strength is in reverse, the Hermit, and then a couple more. Okay. The Strength is in reverse. What's going on? Okay, you have some little bit of weakness coming through. Okay, and you're going to take a break. There's something that you have some sort of self-doubt. There's something you don't believe in. You don't believe in yourself, Capricorn. You're a really hard worker. And yeah, remember this month, as I said at the beginning, your endurance is going to be tested. How far are you going to go? And you're going to have a little bit of doubt. Why? You're going to retreat in any case. You're going to take a look and say, no, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to retreat and reflect. Very wise. Okay. This is a Capricorn habit. Very wise. In fact, you're going to consider some introspection. Let's see what comes out of it. I'm actually happy that you're doing this, because when you have self-doubt, instead of thinking about the obvious of what it could be, you're doing something very wise and retreating and thinking about it. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles and the Hangman. Okay. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is, when she's in the reverse, again comes the insecurity. You see, it's connecting to the Strength. Okay, because usually the Queen of Pentacles is quite caring, etc. But when she's upside down, she tends to be a little bit insecure. Okay, and does not become a positive figure. The Hanged Man. What's this? Okay, this is another energy. Definitely another energy. Okay. This is you, and this is another energy that you are dealing with. Their insecurity is clashing against your insecurity. However, this figure, you don't like them. Let's see, the Hanged Man comes through. Huh. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. You're looking at this figure and you can't figure them out. You're not sure about them. You're not understanding why they are either jealous, insecure, because you're seeing the insecurity through jealousy. And you see them as being very attached to money, but you don't see the reason why. There isn't actually a reason why. And you're trying to understand this as best as you can. Okay. Let's see. This is gonna go on a little bit longer than what I thought. Okay. I'm gonna bring these up a bit because I'd like a little bit more space with this energy. I'm trying to understand it. Very strange. Okay, let's see if we get some clarity on this. You're clashing with an energy because there's confusion right at the beginning. Okay, we've got the Three of Wands. You're waiting. You are definitely waiting. Okay, you're looking ahead in any case, and you do have confidence. Because you're coming out of this hermit mode, seeing something a little bit clearer, and you're confident. Okay, something has come through the hermit mode. You're confident, but things aren't moving. There's a lot of confusion in you, Capricorn. A lot of confusion at the beginning of August. Okay. The part concerning love here, because I'm feeling that this isn't another energy that you're quite linked to. Be careful, because on the 1st of August, you should keep your distance and take a look at the Summer Love bonus reading so that you can see the exact days. We had covered that one up to the 4th, so there is an overlap here. Okay, you're not able to move forward. There's something that there's an obstacle here. There's definitely an obstacle. You're quite positive about the outcome because you are actually a positive figure, but something is blocked. Okay, good. This I like. Okay, something is blocked, but you do have the Justice card coming in. Okay, so I'm seeing you here actually finding out the truth about this person. Okay, there's going to be some sort of cause and effect. You don't, because remember how I was saying here, you don't understand the why of their insecurity, of their jealousy. You're going to find out. Okay, you're going to find out the cause, and you're going to find out why the effect is obviously this jealousy, this insecurity, their behavior that you didn't understand, and you're trying so desperately to understand it, but you're going to find out. I'm hearing Spirit say, have the patience. You're going to have to figure this out. This is the beginning of this month, actually all of August. Your endurance and your trust is being put into, put under a magnifying glass. You're being tested. Okay. There's something that you have to learn when you go into hermit mode here. When you are a little bit insecure, this is where the clarity has to come through. And if it doesn't, okay, hang in there. Be positive, but do not get discouraged. I'm hearing if things do not move forward. If you don't get the clarity right away, don't give up and don't think negatively. There is a lot of confusion, but right at the end, you're going to have the clarity, okay? Right at the end of these 2 weeks, because this one covers up to the 15th, you're going to get clarity on this situation, okay? Obviously, Mercury goes direct on the 11th, and so clarity can only come towards the end, okay? Here, you still have that confusion because of Mercury retrograde, and know, Capricorn, that you are not alone for this, because this is affecting a lot of people. So, unfortunately, we all have to be patient here. But I'm really happy that this card comes out for you in the end, because I know that I can see here there's a lot of positive cards on you. Okay, the King of Swords, the Hermit, and even the Three of Wands. This is all confirming that you are a very, very reliable and stable person. So hang in there, and you'll see everything, okay? Just hang in there towards the end. Okay, Capricorn, I wish you all the best. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking, for sharing, and subscribing. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye for now from Angel.